Day one today. Very excited. I had bolé for lunch. So off to a great start. I wanted something healthy, but not too healthy. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go outside. It is so hot. It's like just really humid. So the second that you step outside, it is just thick and you're just full of sweat. And it's like, I'm already gonna go out there. I just want to make a good impression on my first day. Just wanted to check in and yeah, excited. I'm wondering if I'll come back and like sit down and have a film sesh when I'm like sweaty later. So if I remember, I will try to do that as well. But yeah, wish me luck. All right. Should I close that? Anyways, welcome back. We'll be closing today. Looks like they close at 9:30, so pretty straightforward shift. Yesterday was such a good shift. Sorry I didn't pop on to give you the aftermath. I was very sweaty, but it's more the temperature. It wasn't like a workload thing. The team there is so incredible, and it's funny because, I keep saying funny. Anyways, the team there is incredible, but sometimes I get nervous with that because you're like, oh, I love all of you, like, and then I'm gonna meet another team in Fort Lauderdale, but then that won't be my team. So, oh, there's my alarm. Anyways, outfit number 2, cute little jean number. We're going a lot more cash today. Great first impression from Planta to me. The training has been really neat. They have a lot of great like learning management styles. The LMS that they use is full of like really funny gifts and like there is quite a lot to consume, but I'm getting through it. I think I had like 100+ courses assigned to me. Obviously that's over the first couple weeks of my training, but they're really covering everything. We'll be heading there shortly. It's like 2:30. I left really early yesterday, so I won't be going in as early today. I'm gonna go in at my in time. Makes me feel like Nashville a little bit because I thought there was gonna be so much more that I wanted to do when I got here, but just seeing the ocean is enough for me, and having some good coffee though. Oh my god, it's so expensive here. I went to Panther Coffee today and I got an espresso and a lemonade, and I think it was like $15. So anywho, just kind of like wanted to chat real quick, do a little day-to-day update. It's going so well. So far so great. I mean, it's only day one, but still. The first day is always, I think, the most stressful to like get out of the way, but we did. We're here. Hopefully get through this shift really quickly and then come home, watch some Love Island, watch some House of Dragons. Sleeping has not been like the best here, but I didn't expect it to be. It's Miami. So, love you so much. I am so sweaty and I didn't even do anything. Went to, I'm gonna guess this is how you pronounce it, is Navi Coffee and Flowers. Adorable little place. The best chocolate chip cookie I've had in a very long time. Coffee, not so good. I don't think I've had one good coffee since I've been here. It's like literally dripping like me. It's just so humid. Barely walked a mile and I am just, I think today I'm gonna hop in the car at some point and get some actual errands done. I do think I need to buy a coffee maker because the quality of coffee that I'm getting for the price is crazy. I have not paid less than I think $7 or $8 for a coffee, and they're all mediocre. I guess like I didn't realize how spoiled I was in Nashville, and then now in Georgia I've had great coffees in Georgia. So I don't really have too much else to report. I think I talked a little bit about my first couple days. Great. Everybody's been really communicative. It's been awesome. Yesterday I just kind of rotted in here. I did go out a couple times. I went out to La Pan Quotidienne in the morning. It wasn't as good as the one in LA or even Aventura, but had a nice little brekkie there. Goat cheese, mushroom goat cheese omelet. Oh, hello? Okay. And then went to have pizza at New York Roma Pizza for lunch. Again, very expensive, very mid. I think it was $25 for 2 slices of pizza and a can of Coke. I forfeited dinner because of how much I spent on those other mediocre deals, so I just ended up having some ice cream for dinner essentially. So I went to Salt and Straw, had a little kid scoop in a waffle cone. I think that was like $7. So I don't know how people afford to live. You know, I never really felt the economy that hard because I had been cooking at home a lot. I guess I just didn't realize how much everything was in like these big markets. Red all of a sudden. Yeah, I really didn't have much on the books today except for this call with this little YouTube shorts, you know, ting. Next couple days I work 11 to 9. I know I have new hire orientation tomorrow, so I'm excited. I always love to get lost in the sauce. I've been really in my good morning, hi, hello era and saying hi to people as I walk past them in the street. I think that I'm just trying to like be more community oriented, but then this homeless guy tried to say hi to me and I was like, oh, not there yet. It was just a lot. Like, he was on a bike and had a cane and, you know, it just wasn't the vibe. I was like, do I look like a mark? That's crazy. All right, love you. Talk to you soon. All right, so I have just kind of filled out some more pivot year for the upcoming days. I'm gonna keep going after the call. It's 12:25 right now, so I'll be jumping on the Google Meet with YouTube in a little second. And then, yeah, it was just popped on to say kind of the transition into the call, but then, man, I just typed up day 317 of the pivot year and it is a doozy. So it's crazy because I think I don't know if I ended up posting the picture the other day, but it was like, this is how much pivot year we've been through and this is how much we have to go. It's just crazy how it's all coming together and we're almost done. And I was talking about the pivot year at Planta the other night and I was like, pivots we have. I'm just so grateful for my life and how far I've come, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but it kind of inspired me to go out and do something, probably in Fort Lauderdale, to be honest. I know I'm set to be there next week, but first things first, let's jump on this call with YouTube. And I'm like, Rust from the road.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much for joining. I'm a UX researcher here at YouTube, and we'll be spending the next 60 minutes just going through some concepts.
I don't know. I really love watching YouTube, and I eventually just kind of wanted to really create, and that's why I love these kind of opportunities. I'm really grateful for this because it's like I just watch how it's developed over the years. I don't always have a cool meeting with YouTube research, but when I do, the alarm goes off in the fucking hotel, you know, almost the entire time. Crazy. It was very cool. I got to kind of see like some of the, well, I guess I can't talk about what I saw, so never mind. I'm gonna do a couple more pivot year while I have that is what was going on. So many interesting hotel experiences. I wish I could explain to you the weight of these Maduros. Are so hot too. Okay, so just put those down. Shake it out. Chop it chop. Cilantro garlic. Yes. Pollo tropical. Chicken on the grill. Went to Target, found the fanciest Target I've ever seen, probably. And I just figured I'd go over a little haul with y'all. A Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner just because she's a gem. I've used her before. I love it. It used to be in like a tub, but this is a great little grab and go. This humidity is working overtime, and so is my deodorant. So I just wanted to try this spray. A lot of people I know have been using the sprays. Don't at me about the aluminum content. Everything's fucked. Got some coffee filters, some oat milk. They didn't have my favorite, but that is a close second. Dunkin'. You can see where I'm going with this, right? Some bananas, just to be healthy, be a healthy queen. A new friend for the road. Now, is this a big one? Yes. Did I want a big one? No. Was it all they had? Yes. And it was like 20 bucks, so it's about the same price as my small one. But I figure like for the 40 or some, actually all this was like $50. So it's like for the $50 I just spent today, it will save me I would have spent that in a couple bad lattes. So I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee right now just to celebrate. Did I end up going to the Calle Ocho Pollo Tropical? Yes, don't judge me. I wasn't gonna stop. I needed a drive-through. It was really funny. I don't know if I don't know if I caught it, but right as I pulled into the drive-through, you could hear like roosters and chickens from like the neighbors, and I was like, that makes me feel so bad. Did I still get my Pollo Tropical? Sure did. So yeah, gonna make a little cup of coffee, settle in, watch some Love Island. Yay, good day off. Ready for tomorrow now, ready for the rest of this training because I will be properly caffeinated finally. Back in my comfies, about to set up my coffee maker when I noticed this one is not even plugged in, nor are there any outlets. So the fridge is looped back behind there, and then I think the closest outlet is that. So like, what, you're supposed to put that on the floor to brew it? Yeah, let me fill this up. Brew now. I'm having a hard time moving. So pretty sure I'm staying next to some hardcore crackheads, but like, okay, that's just traffic, but it's like crazy because it sounds like they have a dog. I work at McDonald's, and every time I go to eat, like they're making noise, so I can't hear what they're saying. So I don't know if he's just like tripping balls or if they're fighting. Like the way my room works, it's like, I don't know if you can hear it. It's like I'm trying to watch Just Trash, but I don't want to upset them. Like, that doesn't sound good. And I was like, I'm currently exhibiting what I would call crackhead behavior by boarding like McDonald's, even though I like had a full dinner, but life on the road. Stay safe out there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. See, like at first it sounded like they were saying help me, but now it's just rant. It's like I don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't fucking know what to do. Intervening sometimes makes it worse. Trying to get back to bed. Because she keeps screaming, you're a monster. But I can be like, I'm going to attempt again to go watch Just Trash.
We don't want to get her more trouble. They watch the Patreon video. They're like, oh, wait, what is this actually? It's fine. Like for an hour, I'll watch it.
Good night. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie Maven Kai.
Well, hey there, everybody. It is I, your movie Maven Kai, and I am here to talk to you this week about the next big Marvel release. And I'm super, super stoked about it. But first, did anybody happen to catch the Captain America Brave New World trailer that dropped yesterday? Oh my God, I'm so stoked. So stoked. Valentine's Day next year, you know where I'll be. I will be in the movie theater watching my dear sweet Captain America, and I'm so excited about this movie. But until then, my Marvel need can be satiated. July 24th, Deadpool and Wolverine. I am so incredibly excited to see this movie. Gonna go see it with the boys and just have such a great time because these two are so much fun to watch on screen together. We've seen them do ads. We've seen them, you know, do the jokes with, you know, Wolverine and Deadpool back and forth. And to actually have this happening is, first of all, huge because I feel like it's gonna fill a couple of gaps in bridging these universes. Bringing the X-Men in, bringing the Fantastic Four in, bringing all of that. I'm so stoked to see what they have in store because you know Ryan Reynolds loves to do cameos. He loves to have you know those little moments. If you saw Free Guy, which if you haven't, go watch Free Guy. But if you saw Free Guy, then you saw all of these like amazing little 2-second things that probably would have cost anybody else tens of millions of dollars, and he made a phone call and somebody showed up on set for the day. So Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be really just so much fun and so exciting. And, like there's a lot of questions. Where is, Deadpool going to go from here? Where is, Disney and Marvel going to take, the X-Men and the remaining Avengers? And it's just so cool. It's really, really awesome to see all of this stuff kind of come out because for a while we were in a bit of a slump. They were focusing so much on TV that I think the movies were kind of wilting a little bit. And if you take it into, the idea of, the arcs that kind of come along, like even when you have trilogies, typically the first movie, sets everything up. The second movie is just kind of a bridge to get to the end. And I'm wondering if that's kind of what's happening with the Marvel universe. Because the last few movies, I mean, I really like the Marvels, but was it at all on par with, things like Iron Man and Winter Soldier and, like the first Guardians and, all of that? Not really, but it was a really good bridge from one place to the next. So that's the way I'm looking at it. You still want to have those origins. You still want to have those character meetups, those, relationship establishing things. So I still really enjoyed a lot of them. And the thing that it's funny, I say I'm going to go see these movies with the boys, and I mean my kids. My kids are now 23, 22, and 11 and a half. And Jude, I think, was like 6 or 7 when the first Deadpool came out, or last Deadpool came out. Anyway, and he saw it. He saw it in theaters. He is one of those kids that I know can handle a movie like that. Now, would I have taken my oldest, Carson, when he was that age to go see this movie? Absolutely not, because there's no way he would have handled it. He would have been so embarrassed and so freaked out. It's not his cup of tea, or it wasn't. He's a fan now, but even now he gets a little squeamish, So when people ask, you're a behavior therapist, you work with kids, why do you, how do you justify like letting them watch some of the things that they watch? And I always say you really have to gauge the content to the individual. And most of the time, parents know their kids the best. So, if they're letting them watch, South Park and Deadpool and, all these crazy things at a young age, hopefully the kids and the parents have really good communication and the kids have the understanding of what is fantasy and what is reality. Because, seeing that kind of violence, seeing that kind of hyper violence that's in a lot of these movies for comedic effect, it can be really confusing, and it can be very strange to have sort of on an everyday exposure you know, if you don't have that really good grasp on reality versus fantasy. And that's not just for kids, you know. We've seen it a lot with adolescents. We see it with adults, you know. The older you get and the more that you blur that line, the more that you kind of, you know, trip and trickle into different kinds of psychoses. And, you know, I'm not here to diagnose anybody. I'm not here to give, you know, any advice. That'll be on my channel later this year. But what you should be paying attention to is the individual, how these people are taking this, how they're processing it, how they are interpreting it, and therefore then how they are turning around and imitating it. And if your kids are, you know, gonna, you know, shout obscenities as, you know, quotes as most of us did as kids, that's kind of healthy. You know, that's towing the line. That's, you know, understanding boundaries. That's, you know, realizing sometimes there's good words and bad words. Sometimes there's at-home words and at school words, you know. And so, like I said, having that kind of communication, that kind of relationship with your kids where they feel like they can make mistakes without being completely criticized and chastised. They can take those risks and see how far they can get. I think that that's incredibly healthy. And I think it's so important because it's something that when you have kids that are risk takers, they are going to be more likely to take those good risks later in life. You know, if they do push those boundaries, if they push that envelope, if they see what they can get away with, let them get away with a little of it rather than shutting it down, because they will then go for that adventure. They will then go for that promotion. They will then go for that chance, those opportunities as they get older, understanding that, you know, not every risk is going to be something that is going to be detrimental. And, you know, even when it doesn't work out, it serves a really good lesson. So that's why I let my kids watch these kinds of movies. My middle child watched Saw with me. I think he was like 7 or 8 as well. It's one of those things, you know, but like I said, my oldest would have had absolutely no interest in it. He would have freaked out, you know, the first second. I remember playing BioShock in front of him. First 10 minutes of the game, something jumps out. He did like a backflip over the back of the couch and ran out of the room. So there you go. It's like... You give them the test, you expose them to the little pieces here and there, see what they're ready for. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, just make sure that, you know, you're being the supervisor in the situation. Make sure that you do have that moment over their shoulder. Make sure that they do feel comfortable enough talking to you about these things so that they better understand them. They better understand the difference between fantasy and reality. They better understand why this can be seen as, you know, the comédie de recul, you know, the ridiculousness of life that they can look at and recognize and have a laugh, because man, we need to laugh, guys. We really need to laugh. So go laugh, go watch something hyperviolent or some gross, disgusting horror movie or some incredibly graphic you know, podcast. They can be very therapeutic, but make sure that you are doing it in a healthy way. And if you are having any problems, if you are starting to think those intrusive thoughts, if you are starting to be worried about yourself, please, 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 please reach out. There is help available. It doesn't matter, you know, your socioeconomic status. It doesn't matter, you know, your gender, your sex, your idealism, your religion. It doesn't matter. There's help. There are people you can talk to. Please do that. Also, take your water, drink your water, take your meds. Know that we love you so much, even when you mess up. Take care, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, update. I don't know if I filmed exactly when the switchover happened because it happened fast. I woke up, The crackhead was still crackheading, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I went downstairs. I wanted to ask like what my options were, and like also realistically if she was checking out. Like she's like, they're like, we know who you're talking about. I was like, great. But anyways, they basically said she was checking out at 2, and I was like, okay, like if she's leaving, then like it's fine. Like by the time I get back, she'll be gone, and I won't have to worry about it. But again, it's just kind of shitty to have to like share a hallway with crackhead anyways. But they're like, no, we'll move you. And I was like it was like a bittersweet thing because I have like a week's worth of shit everywhere. So whatever, I took them up on the offer. I packed it up, and they moved me to a really cute room. It's definitely old. It definitely has got a scent to it. We've lit a candle. It is at least a balcony. So I have the door open right now just so I was like, why not? To be honest, the bugs haven't been that bad. I don't want to jinx it, but it's a bit of a vibe. I mean, I like my other view. I'm not gonna hate on it, but excited because tomorrow's my second to last morning. Tomorrow's my last night here, but yeah, it's coming to a close at Cocowalk, but very grateful for the experience. So state of things is watching Love Island. Like I said, a little candle, a little tiki beach, and then yeah, this is the spot. I love these bar stools, to be clear, but yeah, dusk is here. Obviously I thrashed it because I literally had probably 30 minutes to move before I had to go to work. So I was just like, okay, let's do it then. And then full house kitchen, but not that I would have used, maybe I would have used this, I don't know. It's just so old looking. Like, are there pots and pans? I don't even want to look in there. So I did bring the coffee pot, obviously. So we're gonna have a cup of coffee in the morning. There's cups, but I guess we're looking, huh? We're gonna look. I just wonder if there's, oh, there is glassware. So I wonder if there's a coffee cup in here. Okay, there is one. To be honest, it's not bad looking. All right, we'll get that little rinse. And then we'll make some coffee in the morning. And I still have some snacks that I saved. Bananas, I had one on the rush out. And yeah, so I'm grateful for the room. Again, it definitely has got a dankness to it. But man, you know, people have it worse elsewhere. So just listen for the sound of the ocean, I guess. Good morning from Miami. Sorry if you could hear the AC. It's a little loud, but it is 7 or something in the morning. 7:13 in the morning, and woke up just in time to see the sunrise. So much hair transition. So today is my last day at Cocowalk. So grateful for that team. They have been absolutely incredible. I'm gonna be sad to leave, but one step closer to home. So red is the Just Trish reflection right here. Anywho, just really grateful for this experience so far. I learned a lot. I feel really confident in the operation, so yeah, I mean, I'm ready to get back home, but I am grateful to have a week in Fort Lauderdale. So tonight will be my last night in Miami, and then we're packing up tomorrow. I'm sat down at the desk right now. I'm going to edit a lot of the footage that I took in Miami, and then get ready to transition to the next week of training. Love you. Thanks for coming along on this little journey. Sorry I didn't get to explore more. The weather was just so hot and humid. It's nice to have the ocean breeze that has made all the difference on being on that balcony, but it's still hot. So wishing you all a cool summer. Thumbnails. I look pretty. Don't want to jinx myself, but looking pretty good. My hair is gonna just be like this big in like 3 seconds, but anywho. Wow, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Hopefully taste. Anyway.